fiber, the wolf. Good ammo, supposedly. Okay, going hot.
You went this way.
Yeah, my Tulamo was our cold bore. I shot them, and
You shot through one of your holes.
I shot 5 Tulamo, and then the 5 wolf was those there. One was just a poker house, running no limit poker game. I run the game for him. Jimmy, he had a '69 Charger. He carried his money in $5,000 rolls with a rubber band around it. He'd get him $10,000. He'd just open the trunk of that Charger, and he'd throw that $10,000 in the trunk and shut the trunk lid. He'd say, "Take care of the poker game, Paul." He said, "I'm going somewhere and buy me a friend for the weekend." He'd go down to Georgia, Tennessee, Virginia. He said, "Keep you one true friend, and the rest of your friends buy 'em." He said, "A friend you buy will never let you down." He said, "You can walk away from them whenever you want to. You don't owe them nothing. They don't owe you nothing." He would. He'd throw him $10,000 in the trunk of his car and take off down to Georgia, find him an old wino.
Damn.
Go to the best bars, the best restaurants. But he'd always find him somebody that was down and out. Buy him fucking clothes, dress him up.
So basically like a sugar daddy.
Yeah. The best food, best liquor, nice motels for 3 or 4 days. Spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, did whatever, tip good.
Then goodbye.
Give that friend $1,000 and say, "Take care of yourself. Come on back home." Hell, 3 months later, "Well, Paul, I've got to go somewhere and buy me a friend for the weekend."
Damn.
Small aperture now.
You go ahead.
Going hot. That was the wolf. That's a double there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the next 5 and see if they hold in right there. They're different. I played his money. He furnished the money. If I lost, I didn't have to pay him back a dime. Whatever we won, we split right down the damn middle.
Damn, that's
The house cut and the winnings were split, and it's hard to beat a house man. I mean, I'd play for a month. I might lose one. We might lose $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 one night. But at the end of the month, hell, we'd be $15,000, $20,000 ahead. But right there in that blue shack, doctors, lawyers come out of Georgia and Tennessee. The damn money that went across that poker table that was in there at that time, they, Lord have mercy. Going hot.
Go ahead.
That is interesting.
That is, I was about to say, that's a very interesting grouping.
See, those were my first 5, and this is my next 5.
Yeah, you've got this interesting, like, almost like you're weaving. You're almost like you're doing crochet or something.
Well, see, you seen how fast I shooting too.
Yeah.
I wasn't shooting for competition shooting. I was shooting fast, but still, that's a good grouping. But what is interesting is this is through the small aperture, which is what we zeroed it with yesterday. You know, when I first shot it, it was over here and we had to move it.
Right.
This was with the big aperture, but I was shooting the same hole. In other words, I was aiming identical. I didn't change my point of aim. The same amount of front blade through the aperture on the small aperture and the big aperture. But with the big aperture, I was holding right there with the top of the post, and it shot down there with it. But we zeroed it with the small aperture yesterday, and it was shooting, you know, more or less right.
Well, in other words, if you're gonna choose the small aperture, stick with it, because you ain't going to be accurate with you.
Or you know,
compensate for.
You know that if you're using the big aperture, you've got to hold high.
Aim 6 inches high, yeah.
Or re-zero it.
Yeah.
See, the small aperture is for finesse, and the big one is for, hell, this running gun, or, you know, you're not spraying prey, or the farther out you're shooting, you use the big aperture because you can see more through it. And Bobby'd call me at the poker house on Tuesday night. Daddy, I need my money for the week. I said, well, goddamn, how much you need, son? I just send me whatever you want to. He never would tell me how much to send him. Because I told him if he'd go to college that I would send him money every week. I said, it may not be $25. And I said, hell, it might be $200, whatever. But I said, I will send you some money. Well, he'd call me on poker night. And I'd tell Jimmy. Jimmy played poker, but I run the game. He run it for years back in the 60s and just got burned out sitting there taking care of everything. And he wanted to be able to get up and walk away if he wanted to, you know, or go buy him a friend or whatever. But Bobby called me on poker night at 10, and I had an hour to get to the Western Union. Well, hell, if we was ahead, I'd send him $200 or $300. If we wasn't, I'd send him $50. But hell, in '92, $50 was a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Holy hell.
How much recoil was it?
I was not expecting that.
Was it bad recoil?
I feel like someone just punched me in the arm, which I don't mind. I just wasn't expecting it. That's got some damn power. Holy shit. Thanks for joining us on Bullseyes and Bullshit. We'll see you next time.